one of my friends from way back. A lot of you guys see Plantashun Boiz as artists. Me, I know them as buddies. And with me today is Blackface. Blackface and I go a long way, just like Two-Face and I go a long way. When I mean a long way, a lot of people don't understand how long. You understand? So I'm going to try to break it down a little. A lot of people might think this is clout chasing. But my very first marriage, Two-Face was supposed to be my best man. Guess what now happened? He went to get himself in an accident. So last minute, we did not know what we're going to do. So I ran to Blackface. I was looking at his leg. I was like, this leg is not going to heal before this wedding. We went to see him in the hospital. I was like, Mugbe, I know get best man. Yeah. So I ran to Blackface. A bit late. So Blackface said, you know what? The best they can do is they will share the job into two, because he had an event that evening. So he was going to be my best man in court, while Hyacinth was going to be my best man for the traditional.
You had those things like, just like...
So the moment we finished in court, they ran behind the building and they quickly exchanged the suits. And you went to do your show, and we went to do the traditional ceremony.
Yeah.
And since then, I've held a cordial relationship with you, with Two-Face Adibia, Innocent Adibia, with his beautiful wife Annie, and of course with Chibuzo Oji, aka FaZe. Like I said, I don't know these people like artists. I know them as family. We've all like 10 of us have stayed in one room before. Black.
Yeah, man.
Yes. They shame you to talk this part.
No, they didn't shame me. No, I just
10 of us. We used to sleep on the bed.
She's supposed to be here, but she's not here.
Naomi Crystal, come here.
And be here because
she needs to hear this. You see, this is the way bed is.
Yeah,
Black. Look at it.
We said we're going to talk about everything.
Black. Hold on. This is the way the bed. This is the way normal bed is.
And then we were like.
Then we will sleep like this. Two-Face will sleep like this. Black will sleep like this. Me, I'll sleep somewhere in the middle. My babe will sleep there. Then 2 other people will sleep there.
And there was no jumping of any pillow.
None.
It wasn't happening.
And then there was one girl called Sade.
Yeah, that was my love at that time.
And every day we used to beg Black, because Sade would do him strong thing, go and drink.
No, not really though, not really.
Black, you used to be a lover boy. What happened to you?
No, I still got love flowing in my veins, so it's not about, when you have soft spot for a lady, I always have soft spot for a particular lady at a time. I'm not always this kind of guy that I'll be liking like 4 or 5 girls at the same time. No, one lady at a time. And that time it was Sade. I wasn't like, going to the club, taking girls home, going in the car cruise. I wasn't doing all of that. It was always her. She was going to work. But then it didn't work out because, she's a different kind of church going kind of person. And me, I'll be wearing double earrings and going to her house, and her father will be like, hallelujah. So, and that's how it happened. But then it's all good. But this thing just, give us lessons. Time come, time pass. And that's why I was telling you that, say you didn't vex me that time, say I'm angry with you.
Because, we don't go talk my own now.
Because of the marriage now that we already went to together. And we had already, I was the best man.
The Plantashun Boiz, where we stay inside the same room, where the Plantashun Boiz today?
No, but then it was different. Like I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
There were 2 divorces. The Plantashun divorce and my divorce.
No. But I had like a separation with almost like a divorce as well.
Are you serious?
Yes, now, because my baby mama, she has 2 kids for me, Caroline and Alexander, but we're not together anymore. During all those times.
How did that feel?
Yeah, I just think it was a new phase for me, you know, because you know you have to have a woman to be by you through all times.
And you seem to be much of a lover boy. And you were telling us, we started with You and I by Plantashun Boiz, and you said that was the very first song you ever wrote.
That I ever wrote.
Tell us a little bit about this.
Yeah, you know me, like, I was this little boy in Benue State, you know, in my father's backyard, you know, and I was just like, I've been listening to so many singers, you know, and because my father has his cartridges, like I always say, different songs there. So I always listen to these singers. You know, that's how I got to know about Ty Spence, you know, and different people, you know. So I got to find out that, man, if these singers can
you're
write...
saying, sorry if I'm interrupting you, that your father was one of the people who laid the foundation for your musical background.
Yes, my father was, because my father was always into music. He wasn't singing, but he was always listening. You know, and so I was like, you know, all his cartridges belong to me. I don't care what he says. It's just that we're going to say, where are his cartridges? But they're going to be in my room. I play them. He won't have time. I play them. And so I started thinking about writing some that me would write. From the so many I've been hearing, come on, I need to have a song of mine. And what was the first thing that came to mind? Ba, 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 da, 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 da. You know, so I started creating this melody. I'm like, okay, I need to create something that's mine. It can't be somebody else's. And that was how I created the song. And I started writing about you and I. You know, because first of all, it has to be something to touch the people, innit? You know, when people have this breakup every time, like, you know, it's no more thing in a relationship. It touches the spot. So it would be nice to touch the people with some. And it's just the part of me writing. Where do I go to? What angle will I go now? I'm just going to start. But one thing, Freeze, before I started writing songs, I said to myself, how long will I be able to continue writing? If I'm going to go into the realm of being a writer, how long will I be able to stay there? And I sat for some time. And it took me some hours of meditation to know I can stay there a long time. And that's why I'm still here till today.
As a writer? As
a writer and a performer and a singer. You know, so that's it.
I know you've heard this question so many times, and there's so many people who have heard it, but at the risk of sounding like a broken record, I'm going to ask you again. So how did you meet Two-Face?
You know, we're always like, this is our city, Tupo, you know, Benue State. You know, it's just a place where we, you know, there are different people with different talents. Some are into sports. Some were thinking that we're going to go and play for Nigeria. Some were into basketball. We're hoping that we're going to play for the national team and go to the NBA. And so just that culture is just there in the city. And so I was one of the people that I used to dance. And they knew me as a dancer with my friend Boy Pledge. You know, but then we just used to go to competition and go and beat them and, you know, beat them and come back. But then, you know, in that city, everybody was like, man, Omo, what's going on? Somebody has to think about making music. And me, I decided to say I want to start making music. So I met Two-Face, who was like, you know, living in the city. But
how old was he and how old were you?
I can't remember then.
Put a time frame, 10 to 15,
I can't remember
15 to
because
20.
that was like about, maybe like about, let's say, let's say, I can't really remember, but let's say like about like 15, 16, 17, within that time.
Yeah.
You know, so we met one place in a party, and he was singing, and I was like, who's singing? He says Two-Face singing. They call him, what's the name they call him? What's the name they call him then? I can't even remember. He used to call him one name, and I was like, who's singing? Okay, I said, this song you're singing, is it you that really wrote the song, or is somebody else's song you're singing? Because I'm already thinking music as a serious business. I can't be, you know, I heard you good, I heard you can sing, but you can't be singing somebody else's. So he said he was singing his, and I was okay, fine.
Do you remember the song?
That's impressive. No, I can't remember.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, that's cool. So I write some as well, so maybe it would be nice we hook up and then let's see what we can do together, write music together, because it's always good for singers to sing with singers. So there was nothing wrong in sparring. It's just sparring.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how we started thinking about making music together or writing together. You know.
And from that stage, how did you guys just hook up and actually form a team that now come to Lagos? Because I remember Olu Maintain and I used to be a team. And Olu,
you guys.
Yeah, Olu came from Lagos once and was like, man, he met these two guys. That one is Blackface, the other one is Two-Face. That both of them can sing and rap at the same time. You know. So, how did that happen? How did you convince your folks to allow you to come to Lagos and come and chase your dreams? How did all that happen? Because a lot of people don't know what happened up until now. So a lot of people are like, Blackface is a hater, blah, 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 blah. You know, I got love for Two just the way I have love for you.
Yeah, it's all good. There should be no limit to how much you know have love for different human beings. So there's no way I could be able to like quantifying whether you like him more than you like me.
No, I don't like.
I'm just saying.
I like you equally because I know you equally.
Don't you get what I'm saying?
Why should you even think I like him or Black?
We're just saying like. There's none about that. Let's not even think about it.
Yeah, let's not even go there.
It's okay to like Two-Face. There's nothing wrong in that. That's what I'm saying.
I like Two-Face.
You know, so what I'm saying is
but you know I like you too.
You're my dog. You're my nigga. You're my nigga.
You know you have a big heart.
You're my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Because there are different places where you have stood up to things that I be like, man, this guy is like a different species. You know? Like you stood up to things and people will really stand up to. And so I be like, man, this guy, you know, you be like that all the time.
So are you trying to say on radio that you don't pay tithe?
No, I pay my tithes in the way I pay my tithes.
How?
Like people around me.
Awesome stuff. Awesome.
That's how I pay my tithes. I don't have to go and give it to a building. I just do it to people around me. You know, that's how I do it. You know?
Absolutely wonderful.
You know?
So back to the quick recap, and then we're going to go into your musicology. Okay. How you have grown as because you clearly said you're a songwriter and you started as a songwriter.
Yeah.
And we want to see the evolution of Black from you and I to where Black is now. But we need to fill in the gap with what's happened in between. So fill us in. You met Two, you sparred. You guys got close, you became buddies.
We made some music.
At what time, when was Plantashun Boiz born?
That's been some time. That should be like officially like 2000, because that's when the album came out. You know, because no matter what you do before the album came out, it's just like preparation. If the album didn't come out, the band wouldn't have been formed. You know, there's no statement to make.
Let's talk a little bit about Nelson Brown, who happened to be your producer back then, Dove Music.
Now, you see, Nelson is like who met us, a guy who met us in the club. And Olisa was in the club that day.
Olisa Adiboa.
Yes,
my mom.
And then
I've never said this, but Olisa is instrumental to my radio journey.
What's her name?
Olisa Adiboa. Big shout out, my mom for life.
Yeah, shout out to Olisa Adiboa all the time. Big Don. Keep it going. Now there's the lady, Ibinabo.
Oh yes, she used to have a club called Pyramid.
She was, I think it was at the Pyramid. So it was that day. So we turned the club upside down because you know we come with the instrumental. I'm telling you, we come with the instrumental. We don't come with like vocals like the people of nowadays normally do. We come straight up with the mic. It's straight up with the rhymes. It's straight up all the time, and we didn't used to fake it. So we turned the club upside down, and Nelson was like, "Yo, he likes to produce us." Like, yeah, we have this demo right here. What's up? You know, we're gonna do it. So Evan Ezra, and so
Evan Ezra, right behind us. Was it Evan Ezra in Victoria Island?
Of course.
Oh wow!
That's why we did all the recording, the you and I, and all the recording. But we had already done the demo already with OK Oku in Enugu.
Okay.
So we've done the demo already in Enugu. So it was just how am I gonna put it? You know, so the journey's been good, and after that, you know, the Plantashun Boiz went solo after the different what's it called? The different things that happened in between time. You know, with Two-Face going solo, Faze wanted to do his own, and me deciding I want to take my own journey. And I've been on my journey because the first single I did was Hard Life. You know, and my Hard Life is still like, people are saying, what did I see? Where did I think about it? I'll be like, wow, you people don't know that. Maybe I sit behind the wall sometime. I do. So it was crazy. I had to start saying.
So Hard Life was your first single as a solo artist?
My first single as a solo artist.
Okay, the album Body and Soul, how many songs did you write out of it? Did you write as, this is my, I wrote this solo?
I really can't quantify how many I wrote.
Or you wrote with...
no, I wrote that, like I said, You and I had already written You and I.
That's before you even met. So it was entirely your song.
I'm telling you that I'd already written it.
Okay.
So, but when you've already written some songs, you only put it on the table, innit, for your teammates, and be like, yo, what? This is how the sound goes, and this is how it goes, and everybody put their own, like, okay. Then we added a third verse where everybody have to contribute because I've already written like about the first two. So then everybody just have to come
okay, so with the way you are saying it now, you all co-wrote it, even though you wrote the majority of it.
Yeah, I'll be like having they're just like adding additional lyrics to it.
Okay.
That's just what it is. But the music stays the music. It's not different. You know, it stays it. Because once you have the chorus, you really have the music.
Yeah.
You understand? Because then in the long run, a lot of people just go, like, for feature you on a song now.
Yeah.
You know, that should have been really like Blackface NAIJA featuring Two-Face and Faze in it. That should have been. Like Knock Me Off should have been. Or some other songs should have been. But then it's a teamwork, so you don't have to expect me to be talking about wanting credit all the time. We didn't even used to put it like written by Amedu Augustine. So it just used to be like by Plantashun Boiz. By Plantashun Boiz. Because we didn't want to like make somebody feel like, oh, you're the one feeling like you're the one that's doing all the jobs.
Yeah, I understand that because you guys were gentlemen, but you know, in life things are always best spelled out in black and white.
Yeah, I guess maybe because we didn't spell all those things out in the beginning, it now made them felt like the band has loopholes, and then some people want to capitalize on that loopholes because maybe they feel like they are also part of the people to fill that gap. But since they feel like they don't want to fill in that gap and they want loopholes to be in that gap, all I have to do is to close it all up.
All right, guys, a quick break, and we're back at your Blackface up in the building. And when we come back from this break, I'll be hitting you up with some new music from Blackface.
That's what's up.
Like I said, it is his musicology. We're going on a journey, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And I'm hoping at the end of this journey that we'll be able to find a lasting solution and the old friendship might come back. I don't hope...
What lasting solution are you talking about?
I don't hope that all of us will sleep on beds like this anymore, though.
No, you have a bigger house now, at least now. Even if I don't have a house, I can come and sleep inside your parlor.
You're all welcome. Not even in the parlor. We'll all sit down and make noise.
My house, you can always ring me anytime. You know? It's like
absolutely,
that,
absolutely.
That's
with the rest of the team, too. Let's show love, but we also have to respect a man's art. We have to respect songwriting. We have to respect
that's for real though.
Talent. We have to respect what goes into creating a song. And Naomi Crystal 1 on Instagram, aka Naomi Okoro or Nene Risky, is also going to be in the building because she's a big fan of Blackface. She loves Blackface. You can see a picture scrolling on my social media right now. She just absolutely loves Blackface. That and more when we come back. Don't you dare touch it. I can't believe Blackface is even saying Ghanaian jollof rice is nice.
I enjoy their jollof. I enjoy their rice, so no play. They
will beat you for this town.
That's their food they put out inside.
Oh yeah. Banku.
At least they don't have something, they have something.
But we have Cardi B.
But
they don't have Cardi B.
No, Cardi B will go there too.
Okay.
We'll
So yeah, if you're in Ghana, if you're not in Lagos on the 7th, you're in Ghana on the 8th because Cardi B will also be going to Accra, and that's where it's going to be happening.
You see what I'm saying? I was just saying that.
Going to Accra on the 8th of December.
You see that?
Fun.
Whatever.
But I'm sure it's going to be much fun here in Lagos because ain't no party like the Lagos party, right? Anyway, so I'm sure you guys know you want to get tickets, right? So and tickets are very, very affordable. I mean, the Nigerian tickets go for regular goes for 5K. and VIP goes for 30,000 naira, and then the golden circle goes for 100,000 naira, and then Ghana tickets go for regular 50 CDs, VIP 500 CDs, and of course the golden circle goes for 800. All right. Okay. Now, just in case you want to get tables and reservations, please feel free to make a call or send a WhatsApp message to 0809 22 22247. I'll take the number again, 0809 22247. All right, Daddy Freeze, over to you.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. What's going on, guys? How are y'all doing? I've got Black in the building.
When
did you learn this Yoruba? Okay, you've been here for like 20 years.
What are you saying?
You've been here for like 20 years.
What are you saying?
Let's talk. We heard your version of African Queen.
Yeah.
And I must say, on YouTube, for a song that doesn't have a video, the viewership is amazing.
Yeah, the support from the fans is really, really, really awesome.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know.
But I'm not gonna say your African Queen is better than Two Faces.
It doesn't have to.
I'm just gonna say you guys both killed it in your different ways.
It doesn't have to be. They don't have to compare. All they have to do is.
Well, you know, that's the thing. A lot of fans are trying to say, "Oh, I prefer this one." They're both renditions by two artists. Appreciate the music.
Please, we put too much reference to little things. You have your phone, make your playlist. It's very easy. What do you want to play? What do you want to listen to? It's very easy. So let's stop with the who's this, who sounds better. It doesn't really matter.
Just make your own playlist.
Just decide what you want to listen to. You know, so it's uncalled for. You know.
Do you have his version on your playlist?
No, I don't have his version on my playlist.
Okay, so everybody just gets to make their playlist. Don't mind me. I'm looking
everybody makes their own playlist.
All right. Moving on.
You better put mine on your playlist.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be on mine. I'm actually gonna download it.
Make a video in the car. You know.
I'm actually gonna download it because
that's what's up.
I do love. I'm a reggae person.
Okay, fine.
So I can feel that breeze in my hair.
That means you're gonna love You Fair by Plantashun Boiz.
Is that a new song?
It's a new song.
Plantashun Boiz?
Yes. It's a new song.
But how can you have a new song, Plantashun Boiz? Did you guys come together for this?
Like I said, the Plantashun Boiz is a band.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily have to have the singers that you all know. If the singers really don't want to participate in the band, it is not called for, because some singers can be so big for a band because, you know, they're big already. So they stay big, but then the band itself have fans that they really want to appease with the music and with a style of music that only that band can bring. Wow. So you can't be
can you do this? Aren't there any ties that are legally holding you?
What tie is gonna be holding me?
Who owns the name Plantashun Boiz?
I do.
Oh wow. It's like you own everything.
Yeah, basically, because I have to own
How
it.
did you own the name Plantashun Boiz?
Yeah,
did you register it?
Number one, I created it. Like, I created the band because from the first time, I was on my way to Lagos, like, to start up my music before I met Innocent. And so I told him I had my plans, and we were basically on my plans. When we came to Lagos, it was basically on the direction of where I was going, what I wanted to do, the kind of music I wanted people to listen to. I don't know whether you get me. I wasn't. See, we had gone to like some, what's it called, some record labels, and they said change your sound to this kind of sound. Why can't I bring this a little down?
No, don't worry. Manage it. We're gonna go into a break and hit effect.
Okay,
so while we're doing that,
we can do that.
So I don't want you to
we've had some record companies tell us, why don't you sound like Daddy Shoki, or why don't you people sound like Junior?
Can you mention the record labels that told you that?
Ultimate Records. You know, there was somewhere around that Gondo area at that time.
So you went to Ultimate Records with your demo?
Of course. I went to Salt Records.
So
it was several record labels.
So it was now Nelson Brown who finally...
Before we met Nelson Brown, we had gone to several record companies.
And everybody turned you down.
They didn't believe in the sound that we're bringing because it was so awkward. It was different. It wasn't like the regular everybody singing. So they said, change it to what everybody's singing. And I said, no, I can't change it. Even if...
Now, was there any time, you see, when Hunger, you know, as an upcoming artist...
Hunger, not the key man, no. Not the key man.
So no matter
you
the
need
amount...
to stay for like 20-something days. I mean, how many days did you stay? Now, you know all these books. you know all these books. How many days you need to stay where you go?
Hunger, about 20 days is water that you need...
I think it's maybe more than 26.
Yes.
You go there, like, by the go,
you only
drink
survive
water.
Shower one way or the
Before
other.
you go see, before you know, loaf of bread go fall in your man and you go survive. So it wasn't like, it was like, was I going to change what I wanted to bring to the table, or was I going to...
Now, how was the reaction of Two-Face at this time? At that time, he was still innocent.
That's still his name.
Yeah, but he hadn't become Two-Face then.
No, he was still Two-Face, like the name in the band, because it was Blackface and Two-Face.
Okay. Okay, the band was originally Blackface and Two-Face before it became...
the band was
Plantashun Boiz. From the get-go.
But you had singers
called
in the band. That one was Blackface and one was Two-Face.
Now, for you to own the name Plantashun Boiz, it means you registered it.
I had to.
At what stage?
At the time when I found out that they were using the brand taking the brand for granted. Like, I could just see anybody just be on stage and they'd be like, Plantashun Boiz. And I'd be like, this is not the representation I want. So if it's not the representation I want, I'm not going to let it fly.
Now, did you consult Two-Face before you registered Plantashun Boiz nominally as your intellectual property?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
As funny as it sounds, or as little as it seems, when they told me to change the sound of the Plantashun Boiz, Two-Face wanted us to change the sound. But I said no. So, and as crazy as it may seem, Two-Face didn't want Face to be in the band. But I said yes.
Oh, no. Are you sure?
So, I don't know whether you get me. So this is how it is. Like, when you are in the band, when you are a leader, you're faced with so many things that you have to take decisions.
Okay, so you were the leader of Plantashun Boiz.
It might be hurtful to some, but you just have to...
Sorry, Blackface. There are things that you are saying that are heavy, and I need to pull you back. You were the leader of Plantashun Boiz.
Yeah, I was.
From the get-go, and this was uncontested.
I wasn't like...
Was at any point, was this contested? Blackface cannot be our leader.
No. There was no contest.
So it was agreed that Plantashun Boiz is headed by Blackface.
Of course, from the get-go. From the get-go, because I was... See, like I'm telling you, like the sound I brought to the table.
Yeah.
It's different from what anybody will bring to a table.
Yeah.
Because I have the direction of where I'm going. I'm not saying this like I'm trying to brag, but I got melodies in my head. So I have a direction. I created a group for some boys in Festa called Apostles. You would have been surprised that I could create a band when I was in Plantashun Boiz, create a band outside and call them Apostles and be writing songs for them like, Jesus makes things happen, Jesus makes things happen, Jesus makes things happen in my life every day, Jesus makes things happen. As in, I could also form these bands, like, it's just there for me to form. I could like, what's his name? Diddy was making the band. I just have that ability to form this band.
That's talent, that's skill.
I can't do it. It's not something that...
Now, can I ask you a personal question, one-on-one, as guy to guy? Do you think your style of leadership caused the rift in the Plantashun Boiz?
No, not my style of leadership.
Do you think they felt, you know what, since Blackface our head, the way Blackface is doing this thing, I'm just not happy with this, you know what, I'm moving.
I didn't have any problem with the band members when we were in the band. I didn't have the problem with Face. And I didn't have the problem with Two-Face.
So who did you have the problem? Who had problem with you?
The only time that the issues started was just when, like I said, Two-Face went solo.
Why did he go solo?
No, there were different reasons why he would have gone solo. That's what I'm saying. It could have been finance.
Are you suggesting
because we were sleeping on how many beds? Like one bed, everybody's sharing. You know, There's always time for someone to like be ambitious and this and I want to do and do something else. So it was always like something that was going to happen. It was not a problem.
Now, Kenny's music were a huge factor, if I remember, because as he moved out of Plantashun Boiz, he got signed on by Kenny's music.
Yeah, he got signed.
Got a Lincoln Navigator. There was an upgrade, and he moved on. Now, it's one of two things. He needed the upgrade, like you're suggesting.
Yeah, everybody needed
Did you think that at that time when he needed the upgrade, if you had held back to him, you would be pulling him back?
Come on. The man has his decision to make.
Did you feel bad about the decision?
I didn't feel no bad about
Did you
the
say,
decision.
Two-Face, please don't go?
Hey, Jesus Christ. See, he has his sound. He's gonna move with his own sound. He's not gonna move with my sound. That's the reason why when they tamper into my sound, I tell them don't do it.
You know, let me be honest with you.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Let me get you. Let me explain this a little.
Yeah.
See, when I was in Enugu, Two-Face came to meet me like he wanted to start his music was giving him problems. So
when was this?
When I was in Enugu, in IMT in Enugu, in school.
Okay, this
so
is before.
That's before even the Plantashun Boiz started. So he came to meet me and said he had some issues on how to make his music. It's giving him sleepless nights. So I said, this is how you go about it. And I was the one that said, this is what you do about it, this is what you don't do about it. So why will I be? I virtually did. I could tell you I did. If they don't want to admit it, but it's okay, and it's not going to take anything or take anything from me or add to me, because see, I've schooled so many people. I've worked with so many people. See, I tell you, Rocksteady is my biggest prodigy. You see Ras Mike, my biggest prodigy. You see these boys, I schooled them. I told them about how the music goes. I told them this is what you do, this is what you don't do. I tell them the vices of the street. I tell them how to be. I tell them how to make this thing be a longevity kind of thing. Not something that you're just here for the temporary and then you're gone. You see? So I've been that. That's the reason why you see the Tribunals, they made an album. You can't just have me be with them and not put some work down. I have to put some work down. And not just 1-2 work. I have to put like a body of work. And that takes a lot of work, and you know that. So that's why you see today people be singing AfterDark, go. Because I have to take Rocksteady to the studio with Ras Mike, with Malam Spicy, to make that record. And that's why you can have that and listen to it today. And you can have some of that. So I've worked with several people. Like, there's no problem if one artist doesn't want to understand how this game is being played. Because for me, making the music is the game. The game is not sabotaging. The game is not trying to tell them not to play somebody's music or not to bring somebody to a show. Because number one, you might be like, okay, I feel like I'm a trend. Because if I'm on the stage, they know how wild the stage is going to get. Because when I be like, I'm ahead of the game, watch me do my thing. When they hear that bass, they know that somebody is coming, or they're hearing headline, they're hearing they know that is the sound.
The bang that
they know that is the sound,
that's
the warrior sound, the sound that the people really need, that is coming. And it's not just coming just for pleasure, it's coming with the message.
All right, a quick break and we'll be back with Blackface as the journey continues up until now. We'll be slam dunking his brand new hit from the Plantashun Boiz.
Yeah.
And it's called Ife. When we come back from this break, don't you dare touch anything.
Let's check it out.
After Dark with Daddy Freeze, Naomi Crystal, who loves Blackface, and
Daddy Freeze, why do you keep saying this?
You see.
Ha ha ha. Welcome back. We're rounding off now. We've got Blackface in the building. And for those of you listening on the radio, you just heard Blackface, Plantashun Boiz, with the song Ife. And the group Plantashun Boiz is back because Blackface, according to him, owns it. So he just revamped the group and brought the group back. Have you got any complaints from former members of Plantashun Boiz?
I really won't even want to entertain, complaints, because, there've been times that the band has been dormant, like nobody talking about it. Nobody want to talk about it. The only thing they just do about the band is just to go on stage without rehearsing and going to sing some of the songs of the band, and I'd be like, why are you guys going to be doing that? Because the last one I saw them do was very, very funny, I saw it and I was like, they even had some other boys, like some other plenty people on the stage, like struggling with the vocals. I'd be like, wow. So you don't just go on stage and damage a song. If you try to sing a song, you're not singing it properly, trust me, I'm not going to download it. I'm not going to want to stream it again. But the way you render it on the stage might make me want to download it or want to stream it.
Okay.
So all those things are taken into consideration.
All right. Now your main projects are your career as a solo artist, Blackface.
Yeah, my career as a solo artist, Blackface NAIJA.
And Plantashun Boiz as your group that you have revamped.
No, really, I'm a CEO of Loud House Records, so that's just the band on the side.
How many bands do you have on Loud House Records?
Yeah, man, I got this wonderful singers on the roster, I got this guy called Freedom Blaze. He has this song, Answer My Prayer, featuring Unique. I have this girl called Ivy Sandy. She has a song called Hustle on Jawo. And then I have Skinny Rose, who is also on the roster. He has this single called, what's that single again? My Street Dreams. He has one song, his album is called Street Dreams. And I have some other artists as well that are on this roster. So I'm definitely putting out, and the Tribunals. We started recording the Tribunals again, because Ras Mike is back with Rocksteady, with Madam Spicy, with me again. So it's another project going on. So we're doing this project for the fans, because the Tribunal fans have been waiting for the comeback of Tribunals. And we are going to put that out for them. And
what's 2020 looking like for Blackface?
2020 is going to be like...
Tell us everything to expect in 2020.
I think all the things that have been from all the 20 that didn't have another 20 with another 2 with another 0 with it, from 2001 to... But I'm talking about this 20 with another 20 with it. All the other things will just pass away. All the things of old will definitely pass away. All the sabotage will pass away. All the
Sabotage,
media.
What do you mean by sabotage?
Yes, sabotage. When I say sabotage, I mean like a situation whereby I'm trying to get my music to places and it don't get there.
How? Who's stopping
Like,
it?
for example, I want to get my music to maybe some Globacom to be able to have my music for ringback tools and downloads. And it's difficult. I'm trying to get MTN. It's giving me issues. I'm trying to get Airtel. I'm trying to get,
Why do you think they're giving you issues?
Yeah, because it's crazy how this thing works. Because, it's crazy. They tell you maybe they're not taking music now. Or they tell you one thing. There's always going to be one excuse. But I said I'm going to go to the offices by myself. I'm going to walk in there by myself. And I want to have my fans have my music. Have them for them to be able to download. Get my website operating, which is going to be operating before the ending of the year. So before the ending of the year, you can go to www.loudhouse.com and go to www.blackfacenaija.com. You can go and have the music, downloads, get your ringback tones, get your colorback, get anything you want from the website, merchandise, and we're setting all those things in place already. So it's really going to be some real entertainment business going on. So the things from the before is not going to count in 2020.
Word, bruv.
So it's just going to be like music and for the fans, basically.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have him, Blackface phase, big things popping for 2020.
That's what's up.
And we're looking forward to a good year. God bless you, my brother.
Bless you too,
I do hope 2020 brings a reunion to the Two and the Black. Yeah.
No, we just have to just.
Because you
say
both
that
have the same surname.
Let's the
Two and Blackface.
No, I'm Blackface NAIJA.
Okay, you don't have NAIJA inside
Yeah,
your
I'm
own.
Blackface NAIJA. I'm Blackface NAIJA.
Okay. Okay.
It's Blackface NAIJA.
We'll be leaving you with a brand new song from Blackface. So Blackface, what do you want us to play?
Yes, we heard something from Plantashun Boiz, the Ife. I like you guys to hear some from myself, which is called My Avenue.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, brand new music, and you'll be hearing quite a lot of this right here on 96.9 CoolFM. Have you seen my single with Timaya, though?
I know you sing.
I didn't sing this time, but I was in the video. It's called, what's the name again? Silicon.
How come you didn't sing and you use your?
You know I used to sing.
That's what I said. You should have.
Naomi
sang.
Crystal One of Instagram doesn't know I used to sing.
So, did you feature on it? Did you sing a verse? Did you write some?
You know, now I preach.
You've done everything.
Yeah.
You're freezing.
Okay, fine. Then
I've done everything except play football. Do you watch football?
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Okay. Who's on?
Well, you think
Uganda
I'm
still watch football?
a Chelsea fan? Or
Unfortunately,
Man U?
I don't really watch football.
You should.
Chelsea for life.
Yeah.
You should.
Anyway, guys, amazing stuff. I'm leaving you in the hands of Blackface NAIJA, and here is a slam banger, if there ever was one. Let's take a journey down his avenue, ladies and gentlemen. Blackface NAIJA. Oh shit.